White man convicted for fatally shooting his black wife. Murder trial of Jordan McCoy Hemming, a former U.S. Army service member accused of fatally shooting his wife, 32-year-old Ashley Henning, at her birthday party, ended with a manslaughter conviction, triggering an emotional outcry from the victim's family members in court. A Kentucky jury found Henning guilty of first-degree felony manslaughter for the shooting death of his wife, Jordan. Shot his wife multiple times during a birthday party at the couple's home, June 26, 2023, the News Enterprise reported. Witnesses now told investigators that right before the shooting, they started leaving the party because the couple began to argue. Neighbors even removed the Hennings' children from the home as the fight intensified. Multiple surveillance cameras from inside the home caught the fatal encounter. So how long does that happen where the murder's actually caught? They actually can see exactly what went down here. Multiple surveillance cameras inside that home. One camera recorded Jordan appearing in rage when he grabbed his handgun, went behind a living room wall, and started shooting. Footage also showed him reloading his firearm once between shots, then spitting on Ashley's corpse when he was finished. Prosecutors say he shot Ashley 5 times. Now, you said manslaughter, right? He reloaded. It's on camera. And he fled the home. Oh, he fled too, which is an indication. Fled the home before authorities arrived, but they found him a mile away, making numerous utterances, apologizing for hurting his wife. The arrest citation read he was charged with murder, domestic violence, a Class A felony in Kentucky. Now, during the trial, defense attorney said Jordan's actions were the result of a mental breakdown triggered by years of physical and verbal abuse committed by Ashley. Prosecutors disputed the claim, as well as friends of Ashley, who testified that Jordan was a paranoid prepper who had a hit list in the event of an apocalypse. Prosecutors argued that all the evidence proving Jordan committed the crime with purpose and intent is too strong to deny. If what you saw in that video is not evil and malicious, I don't know what is. Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Eric Carr said, "This is one of the most cold-blooded acts of violence possible." So it's set up for the jury now. Let's see. They got the whole thing. Must have been pretty traumatic to watch this, right? They saw it. After 4 hours of deliberating, the jury returned their verdict declaring Henny guilty of manslaughter, recommending a 20-year prison sentence. Had Henny been convicted of murder, he could have faced between 20 and 50 years or life in prison. His sentencing date has not yet been set. After the jury read off their verdict, Ashley's cousin, U.S. Marine Chief Warrant Officer John Williams, directly addressed jury members, calling them cowards. "And this is the justice that America gives me? Unspeakable, unthinkable, it's disgusting," Williams said with tears in his eyes. Every single one of you is coward." I don't blame this ranking warrant officer, Marine Chief warrant officer. It is sick. These are the details. The case has been adjudicated. And yet a service member, compliant, you don't get to be in that position unless you accept even things you don't agree with, can't take it anymore and has an outburst. Somebody needed to say it. We don't know the makeup of this jury, Tehran, so it's an unfair question, but I ultimately believe that this woman of color, this Black woman's life was not as valuable. What say you?
I say, first of all, my condolences to the family of Ashley Jennings. We thank her for her service and may she rest in peace. In this particular case, there are two different components that we should play. Of course, there's this idea that the white aggressor got way less time than a black male aggressor would have. And that clearly plays because we see this. However, there's also a gender component in which
Mm,
a lot of times the number one assailant of women are not strangers hiding in hallways and alleyways. It's their husband.
thank you.
And the fact that this is a manslaughter charge when clearly it's murder, and the fact that the defendant had said he harbored hatred in his heart for his wife makes it premeditated. The idea that only 20 years for such a heinous crime, especially when this is supposed to be your partner, someone you trust and allow in your home, that's actually the ludicrous component to this case.
Now, for what's tipping the scales of justice, we're waiting to see if the defendant in the military wife or trial will take the stand. Friday, the jury saw video of the moments leading up to the of Ashley Henning, as she and her husband Jordan were arguing in their kitchen after Ashley's birthday party. Things escalated quickly. Absolutely horrific what's seen in that video. And Henning could be seen crying in front of the jury while that video was being played. So what is testifying going to do for him? You know, when we heard that 911 call before seeing the video, you know, he talks a lot about how he's the victim of abuse, right? Saying he's been abused by his wife for years and just couldn't take it anymore. Then you see the video and it paints a very different picture. Can he say anything that can help himself today? Let's talk.